We're going to have a video explanation of our new products for the 2009 Porsche 997 and 997S. Once again, Fabspeed Motorsports was the first company to purchase a 2009 997S. Had it brought in, special order by Porsche, just like we did the 05 car. And basically, on the stock car, there's a set of headers here that are hydroformed. They're like the 997 GT3. They have about a 10-inch long catalytic converter, hydroformed primary tubes all squished down, and those fire into this 3-bolt flange on both sides. And then the exhaust goes through this primary muffler that's bolted right to the back of a 997S and not regular 997 09 cars with these two straps. This muffler weighs 16.4 pounds. 7.42 kilos. So the exhaust goes through the headers into this muffler and then goes back out to these secondary mufflers that are mounted on the flanks under the rear quarters of the car, and then comes through these dismal tips. Our first piece we've made is that saves you 6.4 pounds, about 3.1 kilos or so, is this X-pipe. And this X-pipe allows the exhaust to torque from both sides of the engine, gives you torque, gives you horsepower, but more importantly also gives you that exotic sound. Saves you power, direct bolt on, and we're going to go out and do a video sound bite of it as well. We have the primary muffler here on the ground that we showed you earlier. Okay. Anyway, here's our primary muffler bypass pipe with an X-pipe technology to connect both sides of the engine to give you more torque and more horsepower. And this is a teaser here, the hydroformed stainless steel headers with all the dimples so a mechanic can get sockets on them. And then there's four catalytic converters on this car. 2 in the front, O2 sensor in the middle, and 2 in the back. Okay? So there's about a 10-inch long catalytic converter setup, but that's what Porsche engineered. Anyway, headers fire through the center muffler. We're replacing it with a tuned high-performance X-pipe. And then it goes through these factory side mufflers that are sitting under the haunches and the tips. And we're going to take it out and give you a sound bite. And also I want to show you some of the other parts we're developing for you car enthusiasts. And we're going to be dyno testing our dyno. We have high performance merge collectors with a spike in there, just like using IndyCar, Formula 1, and NASCAR. German 200 cell high performance tri-metallic cats. We've CNC water jetted our flanges already for this car, and this is our prototype and for the gasket. We are not machining our flanges. You don't machine because you put stress in material, then you have to grind them flat, so that's a fallacy. Water jet's the way to go. And also you can see some of the mufflers that we are developing for this car. As compared to B&B, GHL, and AWE, under no circumstances do you make a square muffler box, anything bent up with a sheet metal brake, because it will fail, and they always do, and crack. You have to pay for special tooling, tool and die stamping, just like the fenders on these cars or anything else. These are radius end caps stamped out of 14-gauge stainless, and these are made on a plate roll and then welded by TIG welding, by machine, and then also MIG welded internally. And these are some of the different mufflers we're going to be using for the left and right sides of the car, okay, to replace these side mufflers. Obviously, we're doing a lot of dyno testing and sound quality analysis to make sure there's no resonance or drone. Also, we have this long muffler here on the ground. This is a prototype can that I paid for the tooling for the end caps and the muffler to be made. We're going to try to put this underneath the back of the car where the primary muffler is and try to put that in this location. And we're going to see if we can come out of the headers, go in the mufflers, and come out to the tips and eliminate the side mufflers. But my hunch that we'll prove on our dyno and on the track is that this car probably wants length in the exhaust system, and then this primary muffler bypass, and using stock mufflers on the side will be the way to go. For Grand Am Cup racers, when these cars come out, and Fabspeed supplies most of the Grand Am Cup winning race teams with air intakes and exhaust systems. We've done it for the last bunch of Rolex and Coney Grand Am Cup teams. We're probably going to be offering you this pipe here, and then we'll make a muffler bypass pipe off of that, and it'll give you the length and the lightness you need.